All right, girls that just left, I'm picking up right here because this is where we kind of left off, and I wanted you to write off to the side over here that the area is equal to the scale factor squared. Okay? Sure, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, Emma wanted to say hi too. Okay, going to example 1. We have one figure and we have the other figure, and we have that they are similar figures. Okay, but they only label 2 sides. They label 12 and they label 15. Okay, so if I'm going from this guy to this guy, what's the scale factor?
Your mom.
What's the scale factor?
1/3.
No.
No.
Scale factor is the ending amount over the beginning amount.
So it's 15 over 12.
It's 15 over 12 is the scale factor. You can reduce it if you want to. You don't have to. But the scale factor will be 15 over 12.
Oh, and
okay?
if you reduce it, it's 5 over 4.
If you sure. We'll reduce it, and that's divided by 3, 5 over 4. Okay? So my scale factor is 5 over 4. Okay, sure. All right, now what I'm going to do is they tell me one piece of information up here. They say that the 30 is the area of PQR. Which one's PQR? No. The area of JKL is 30. Which one's JKL?
The top one.
The top one. Okay, I'm going to set up a proportion. Hold on. I'm going to set up a proportion, and where does the 30 need to go? With the 5 or with the 4?
What? Probably there.
This guy has an area of 30.
Oh, so 30 needs to be on the bottom.
Why?
I suppose. Because if that
Because the 12 is on the bottom, right?
The less with the less.
You got to keep the less with the less, okay? So we're solving for x. Now, here's the deal, though. We're dealing with area, so it's not just this proportion. Like, we're going to set up this proportion, and then we're going to cross multiply and divide, right?
Well, you got to go 5 divided
But
by
you've got to square this side, right? Because it's the scale factor squared makes the area, right?
What?
Right? It wasn't just, like, if my scale factor was 4 from up above, we're doing the area. The area was 30. So we have to square the scale factor.
If you were, the area is 30. Okay.
The area is 30.
If you
Okay?
were just trying to, so if, like, that side, okay, just, sorry. If that is just the okay, if just, shut up. If the hypotenuse was 30, then you would do just
that over that, not over that. Yes. But since we're doing area, we have to square it. Okay, so what is 5 over 4 squared?
What?
What's 5 over 4 squared?
Well, it's probably 1.25.
25 over 16. Right? 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16 equals x over 30. And then we just cross multiply and divide. That's it. Okay? So this guy and this guy, 16x equals, what's 25 times 30? Oh, 25 times 3 is 75, so 750. Yep.
Didn't you just go 25 divided by 16 times 30 and do like a little...
You could. Yep. Divide by 16, x is what?
46.875.
46.875 what? What did we just find?
We just found the area.
In
Square inches.
inches squared. That's the area of
5 times 30.
this guy. That's the area of the bottom one, yeah? Okay, good?
Honestly, my handwriting is I know, nobody would, but it's okay.
All right, moving on. A, they want us to find the area of this guy. This is what we're trying to find.
What are those?
Okay? So let's just set up our scale factor, 8 over 5 or 5 over 8. Doesn't matter which one we do, really, I guess. What is the scale factor if you go from left to right?
5 over 8.
It is 5 over 8, okay? Because you do end over beginning, right? Scale factor end over beginning equals what over what?
Equals
X over 32.
Now, technically it really doesn't matter, Rachel, but the scale factor is 5 over 8 if you want to be politically correct about it, okay?
ice water?
Okay, but before we do that,
we're squaring this.
we got to square this guy, okay?
That's 25 over 64 equals x over 32. Cross it. 64
No, I'm going to
x
get my notes.
equals...
I'm just going with what Kelsey's saying. 25 times 32 is something.
25 times
Well,
32
what's
is
25?
800.
What's 25 times 30?
Yep, and then to add 50. Yes, exactly.
5.
It's definitely 800, not 80.
800 divided by 64. X is
12.5.
12.5 what?
Squared feet.
Square centimeters.
Centimeter squared. And what did we just find?
the area.
The area of that guy. Okay?
We're
Now,
We're talented.
Now, checking your answer, what was the area of the first one? 32. What's my area?
Huh?
What area did I get?
12.5.
Should my area be smaller than the original?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, so kind of look at that just to make sure that, like, you didn't do something wrong, okay?
Really, you could just find the side from that.
You got it. Yeah, you could, right? Okay. All right. Here we're trying to find this guy. What is the scale factor? End over beginning. 8 over 6. If you want to reduce, that would be like 4 over 3. Okay. Then you have smaller numbers to deal with. Equals what over what? 8 over 6 or 4 over 3 equals
X over 13.
x over 13.5. Okay. But we have to square the area first, right? Or square the scale factor first. So wait a second. 16 over 9 equals x over 13.5.
I saw them
What if you did 6? What if you did?
I don't know.
If you did 8 and 6, it's fine. 9x equals what's 16 times 13.5? 216, and then divide by 9. X is something.
24.
Is it 24?
Mhm.
Yeah? 24 what?
Feet squared.
Feet squared. Does that seem reasonable that the right-hand side is 24? It's bigger.
Yes.
Should it be bigger?
Yes.
Yes, because 8 is bigger than 6, right? Yes?
Yep.
Okay, this is not hard, really, right?
No.
Okay, but here's the deal. Now they're going to switch it up on us just a little bit, and they are going to do this to us. They give us the areas, and we're trying to find one of the sides. See where it has X labeled?
Yeah.
Which one is which? One of them is 150, and one of them is 54. Which one's which?
The right one.
Probably, yeah.
The right one is 150 for an area, and the other one is 54.
Wouldn't that make the other side be 15 on this one?
Yes. Yes. Right? But that's not what we're trying to solve for. Actually, so this is a parallelogram, so this would be 15. Does that make sense? Jason? Okay. But we still have to set this up. So the scale factor has to do with the sides, though. So my sides are what? X over 10. Really, it would be like 10 over x if you do end over beginning, right? Okay. Equals what over what? 150 over 54 if we do 10 over x. You can do x over 10 if you want. I don't care because it really doesn't matter. But there's that. Okay. But there's one thing that we have to... Which side are we squaring, though?
The left one.
The left one. Okay. So this is a little bit different because our x is inside of there. Emma, watch. Kelsey, watch.
Okay.
Okay. How do you square that left side?
10x over x squared.
It would be... What's 10 squared?
100.
100. What's x
Over
squared?
squared.
Just x squared. Equals 150 over 54. Now I just do cross multiply.
Times 54 divided by 150 and the square root of that.
Yeah. 150 x squared. If we cross multiply. Okay. All right. So just what Tegan said. Now we're going to divide by 150. What's 5,400 divided by 150?
36, so it's 6. The answer is 6.
36. Take the
That's
square root.
nice.
X equals 6. There you go. Okay, so you just set it up like normal, except you're going to have an x squared in there when you square the scale factor, right? Or square the sides. So x is 6 what?
6 meters.
Meters? Meters? X is 6
No,
meters?
It's not square.
It's not squared because we're just finding the side. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
All right, moving on to the next one. Let's do this one. Same thing again. They give you the areas, and now you're trying to solve for x, so let's set it up. Here's my proportion. What over what?
6 over x.
6 over x gives you to end over beginning equals
72 over 50.
72 over 50, and you have to square the left because it's the scale factor squared equals the area.
36 over x squared.
Squared.
Cross
equals
multiply.
72 over 50.
Okay, cross multiply.
72x squared.
72x squared equals 36 times 50,
1800.
1800.
I don't know.
1800.
1800, yeah.
That's what
Yes.
I did in my
Okay.
Divided by 72.
Divide by 72. Jason, you're a whiz.
It's gonna be like
25.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No,
12.5.
they make it so
Oh, shoot.
nice.
No.
It's 12.5.
1800 divided by 72.
Yeah.
1800
25.
divided by, uh-oh, I know what I did.
It's 25.
25.
Okay.
It's 72.
So what's x?
You're
What in
done.
the world?
it's 5.
5 what?
No, I get what I did.
Inches. Okay, let me check. For each pair of similar figures, use the given areas to find the scale factor. They want the scale factor now. So what will the scale factor be?
Well,
We know that this guy's 5. So end over beginning?
6
over 5.
equals 6 over 5. That's my scale factor. So make sure you pay attention. Does the scale factor have like units on the end of it? Should this be like
No.
6 over 5 inches?
No.
No, scale factor doesn't have any units.
Because if
Okay.
that was feet, it would be the same thing.
Okay, so they wanted this and they wanted the scale factor. So pay attention on your homework assignment because they want both. Okay? All right, same thing here. Let's set it up. We're solving for x. X over 40 equals 64 over 400. Square the left. Okay, x squared over what's 40 squared?
Your mom.
1600. Kelsey.
I'm sure your mom was a nice lady. Don't tell her I said this.
Can you stop?
I don't have a mom. My mom is dead.
I know that's a lie.
Okay. I was just trying to make you feel bad.
I was like, oh.
For a second, she was like, wait.
No, I just wanted to.
Not funny anymore. All right, 64 times 1600. What is it?
The shark sticker.
What?
Hot.
It is hot in here.
102.
I'm sweating.
400. Yeah.
102 400.
I never
Okay.
sweat.
All right, shh, girls, you're being too loud.
It's hot.
You too, guys. Don't get me in trouble here.
It is hot.
X squared equals 102 400 divided by 400 is something. 256. That's a nice one. Square root?
13.
No.
15.
No. 16. 16 what? Oh, that's not x squared. X equals 16 millimeters. Okay. So this guy is 16. So scale factor, end over beginning,
16 over 40.
16 over 40, which reduces to divide by 8.
4 over 10.
Nope, divide by 8.
2 over 20.
2 over 10.
2 over 5.
2 over 5. 2/5 is the scale factor.
40%.
Okay.
Why wouldn't
Do you
it
have
be
to
40 over 60?
Oh, you could turn that into just being.
Or is it
40,
always
40%.
small?
So it's always the ending one over the beginning one. So basically, if I'm starting with this guy, I have to multiply him by 2/5 to make him small. Does that make sense?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So the other one was a smaller one that we're starting with. We have to multiply it by him by 6/5, which will make him bigger. Does that make sense? Yes. It's always the ending one over the beginning one. Good question.
Do you have to
Good question.
simplify the scale factor?
I mean, it's not technically wrong if you don't,
Okay.
but it's nice if you do.
Please,
Okay. All right. Example 3.
She did.
They give us his dimensions. Describe how the changes in dimensions will affect the area of each garden. Okay. So
She about to die.
what's happening here? Orlando and Maya each have a 12-foot by 15-foot rectangular garden, which they plan to expand. Orlando's new garden will measure 18 by 22, and Maya's new garden will measure 18 by 18.75. Describe how the change in dimensions will change the areas of each garden. Okay? So, blah, 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 blah. All right. Let's take a look at these guys over here. Okay, let's. I don't want to do that. 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 Okay. No, original area. Let's just compare the areas, the original area, and new area, and the original area, and the new area. Okay. Original area is just this guy inside of here, and that's a 12 by 15. 12 by 15. What is that area? Emma. Emma.
I'm paying attention.
Okay. 180
Oh yeah, 180. Yep.
feet squared. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, those are the same dimensions as what Maya has, right? So
Maya, oh.
180 feet squared is hers as well because she has a 12 by 15 and a 12 by 15. So they're starting with the same area. But now Orlando
area
is
is
making
smaller,
his
though.
18 by 22.5 and Maya is making hers 18 by 18.75. Which one's going to be bigger?
Well, his because she's broke.
His because his height dimension is bigger. But what is his height?
Did you hear that, Maya? You're broke. What?
Or what is his area? I mean, 18 by 22.5. What is his new area?
Whatever that is.
What? 405 feet squared.
Yes.
Okay.
Hers is
Hers is
What?
18
Nothing to deal with what we've
by 18. No, we're going to compare. Hold on.
Yeah, burger.
18 times 18.75 is something. Smaller than 405, for sure. 337.5 feet squared. Okay, now let's do our comparisons. So how many times bigger is this area than this one?
Big.
How do you do that? How would you do that? How many times bigger is that one?
No, you 404 and over beginning.
And over beginning, 405 over 180
Losers.
is what?
39.
2.25.
2.25. So his area
Stop doing that.
is 2.25 times bigger than the original. Her area is
However many that is.
337. No.
divided by 180. 337.5 divided by 180 is,
1.875.
so hers is only 1.875 times the original. That's what her area is, okay? So he has a bigger, it's not really the scale factor, I guess, because it's the area. But he has scaled his area up by a larger amount. Make sense?
Yep.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, that's all. All right.
Yay.
On your homework assignment.
Oh.
Ready? On your homework assignment,
What?
do all on skills
You
practice.
don't have.
I'm just doing this for the people who are gone. And then on practice side, I'll let you do the odds. We'll cut it down, even though there's really not that many on here. Okay, there's that. All and odds.